storm, and I am merely the latest and most vocal recent apologist for Caitlin Clark.
I don't have a problem with any of the comments you made, Mark. I think they were all fair, and you're coming from an unbiased perspective. If I say something like that, it's going to be looked at as I'm a Hawkeye homer, and
And the way I stated that, it may sound satirical, but I am truly and honestly coming from a position where I think it is, can't come up with a good word. Ridiculous is not a good word, but just mean-spirited hate toward this woman. I don't understand it. I do understand it because I understand that people are selfish and petty and jealous, but it's not justified.
I think there's a lot of jealousy. And I also think there's a lot of racial, how do I put this?
Sure.
Racial ambition and a desire to create controversy and problems both ways. I mean, both ways. And it's like somebody the other day on social media, it was, I don't know who it was, but I quote tweeted it. I wouldn't normally do it, but I did. I quote tweeted it. And this person tweeted out and said, some highlight of Angel Reese in the full court making a great play on a fast break, and someone saying, for all those people who said that Angel Reese isn't extremely athletic and talented. I'm like, no one's ever said that. That has never been an issue. I've never ever commented on Angel Reese being an underachieving basketball player. Anybody who does just doesn't know basketball or has a different agenda. This is not about Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark. Everybody wants to make it that, and I refuse to make it that. I said the other day, it's the stupidest labeled rivalry I've ever heard of, just because the two players happen to match up against one another in the NCAA tournament back-to-back years. Caitlin taking one, Angel taking the other. They played in different conferences. They don't play the same position, so it's not like they were playing one-on-one. The difference is they're both great basketball players. Caitlin's better. Caitlin's more generational, and that is not really up for debate, given the fact that one was picked number 1 in the WNBA draft, one was picked number 6 in the WNBA draft. Like it or not, that tells me one is generational and one, quite frankly, is not. Now, she may be generational in some other ways. She's a great social media influencer. I have no doubt that you know that. I mean, you made the comment, I think, in your Twitter post that she's got a lot of followers. And kudos to her. I mean, I don't follow that aspect of her life. Not that I follow much of her basketball life either. But, no one's ever said anything. I haven't said anything bad about her as a basketball player. The only thing that annoys me is that we're constantly trying to pit Angel versus Caitlin. And Angel feeds into it, I believe. Partly, I think it's for attention. And I think that's kind of her shtick, whereas Caitlin speaks on the basketball court. And I know people have complained about Caitlin's, jawing at officials. She's been pretty subdued. I think first game or two, she got a technical. She's been pretty subdued, especially with all this controversy. She doesn't really respond to anything. When she got body checked by that Kennedy Carter girl for Chicago, she didn't really respond to that. So it's like, I like the fact she's going about her business, and everything else that's happening is more of a testament to where our society is at in so many regards. It's sad. I'm not here to fix it all because I can't fix it all, but it's just an acknowledgement that it's a sad state of affairs.
I've heard people actually say that that cheap shot that she took on the court, well, that's part of the game. That's part of physical basketball. No, it's not.
No, I mean, it's
part of the game.
It's the same kind of crap that got Draymond Green suspended, and rightfully so. Now, did she deserve a suspension for it? I don't know, but it's just like Angel Reese's. I don't know if you saw this about a week ago, Mark. Maybe she's going for the ball, maybe she's not, and she smacks Caitlin Clark upside the head. And I'm like, okay, not saying it wasn't a basketball play. What I have an issue with is when you're Angel Reese and you go before the media later and you start, I don't want to say bad mouthing, because she wasn't bad mouthing anybody, but the way she goes about the media and her comments, she's not looking to put out the flames. All right. She's stoking the fire. It would have been so easy to just get before the media and say, look, it was a basketball play. I believe it was a basketball play, but I'm sorry. I did not mean to hit her in the head like that. How hard is that to do? Mark, you and I, neither you nor I have been high major athletes. But you and I have both played pickup basketball. When you do something at any level, whether you're playing flag football, you accidentally hit your kid in the face with the football, you say, "Hey, sorry, I didn't mean to do that." Doesn't mean you're apologizing for what you did. You accidentally did something that caused someone injury or whatever, and you apologize. But see, that's where I get a little bit frustrated as it relates to personas, because we talk about how influential. I have no doubt that Angel Reese is very influential to a lot of people, and I just dread the fact that that's the example so many young people are getting. I admire what they're getting out of Caitlin Clark as it relates to that type of a mindset, and I've been critical of her going after officials. But when you're talking about that, you have a lot of power as a WNBA player in this generation, which could be a very instrumental generation for years to come. As it relates to the sport, I just wish the two faces, one being Caitlin and one being Angel, would both rally together in setting an example on and off the court for young people. But maybe she is, and I'm just seeing it through my narrow-sighted vision. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people that tell me I am, but it's what I see when I turn on the television. I listen to things is just, to me, a poor display of character off the court.
It appears so. And again, I don't pretend to be an expert on the topic or the interactions between the two or the comparisons of their. I do not comment in any way about their basketball playing ability because I don't know. I know that you would have to be living under a rock to not think that and pretty much know that Caitlin Clark is most likely the best basketball player in America at her level. At least she was in college. And Angel Reese is one of the best players.
Absolutely.
That I know, but I can't speak to it past that because I don't watch them play. But it's just been more my observation of the interactions with the media, the officials, with the fan bases, with social media. It is a sad commentary. It most definitely is.